Welcome back to my channel, Men with Mare. My subscribers, you give me life, the comments you leave, just please know that you are helping me as much as you think I'm helping you. Truly, it's mutual. It's very mutual. Someone asked me in the comment section when I was asking about what different topics do you want to hear about? What do you want me to talk about? And I will get to all of them. A lot of people wanted to know more about narcissism. They wanted to know more about covert narcissism and how to heal from a narcissistic relationship. And so I thought, you know what? I should do a series on healing from narcissistic relationships because there are many of them. Now, I do want to state that all of us may have some traits of narcissism, but there can be varying degrees. There can be someone who is diagnosed with NPD, which is narcissistic personality disorder, or someone can have very strong narcissistic tendencies, but not be all the way full blown into a disorder, which requires many, many years of therapy. And unfortunately, there isn't any type of prescription drugs that would help narcissistic personality disorder. I just want to separate those two. I wanted to make that distinction clear because one of my clients told me that, he was really confused about how much that term is thrown around and didn't know that it was an actual disorder. So healing from a narcissistic relationship means that you were in a relationship with somebody who had very intense difficulty loving you. Really, they have a hard time having empathy, or they have a difficulty loving someone else because at the root of it, they don't really love themselves. But at the same time, they're so focused on themselves that they can't see their partner as a separate person. So a lot of times we'll get into relationships with people that tend to have narcissistic traits if we had a narcissistic parent ourselves. And narcissistic parents, one of the things about them is that they do look at you as a child as an extension of them. So if you do something really great and you make some great achievement, let's say in sports or in school, they will take that on as if that they achieved that because it reflects nicely on them, that it is actually theirs to be claimed, and they don't really see you as a separate being. So that means that whenever you do something that they don't approve of, you're met with a lot of harshness, neglect, because you are making them not like a part of themselves. So in healthy parental and romantic relationships, typically there isn't this type of good or bad, black or white type of behavior and attention given. So somebody who is a narcissist in a relationship with you only tend to see you as their partner as what you can do to fulfill their needs or fail to fulfill their needs. And people who are people pleasers, people that are empathetic, highly sensitive people, will notice that there's a need in this other person, and they might even be drawn to somebody with strong narcissistic traits and enter a relationship with them. And unfortunately, they are not treated well because they don't realize that the person has these type of traits. And it's not that they're not observant, but it's because of the pattern typically narcissistic people take. There's 4 stages of narcissism. So when you first meet somebody who, let's say, is a narcissist or covert narcissist, if you're a malignant narcissist, they're very grandiose. They talk a lot about themselves. And in the covert narcissism will be more like self-deprecating humor type of thing. But the pattern of behavior in typical narcissistic relationships is at first the person's very charismatic. There is this idealization that goes on. So in the idealization phase, the narcissist will put you on a pedestal. They will worship you. They will treat you so good. They will make you feel like the most important, most special person in the whole entire world. That's why when people are really, really, really nice to me, I'm always kind of skeptical. What do you want? What are you going to use me for? But the scary thing is that this feeling
is intoxicating.
And it's often what keeps people in the relationship despite the red flags that will be there. However, this phase doesn't last forever. They put you up on a pedestal. And then what comes next? The devaluation stage. This is where they start to pick you apart a little bit. You're really not living up to what they thought you would be like, or you're not meeting their needs in the way that they had hoped. And they might start to nitpick at you a little bit and find fault in anything and everything that you do. Sometimes they'll find fault in things that you do that they don't even do themselves. It's very, very ironic. So some feelings that you may have is that whenever you are in a narcissistic relationship is that you're never enough, that you aren't ever doing things in the right way. There's a way that you
should have known how to do things.
They will let you know that you are not meeting their needs. They might not let you know bluntly, they can, but they are going to let you know in some subtle ways, starting out by nitpicking in the next stage. And you might notice that they're starting to withdraw their love and affection to you. They might start to pull away. They might start withdrawing their love and affection. And this then, after you've had the idealization stage where they are just showering you with love and attention, and when they start to pull that back, I mean, it is a painful experience. It's so confusing. You're just trying to figure out, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? What did I cause to make this person start to take their love away from you? And then the last phase of the cycle, even though that there's 4 and this is the third, is discarding phase. This is when the narcissist breaks off the relationship, the person feeling worthless and abandoned, be breaking up with you for no reason, leaving with no explanation. The narcissist may cheat on you and then blame you for it. The narcissist can ghost you and completely disappear from their life. They might do this abruptly. I want to make this clear. The distinction is that they might do this abruptly, or they might slowly do this over time. It doesn't matter how they do it. It just confuses you. It confuses the victim in this circumstance. So you're left confused and hurt and alone. They might never get back in your life again, but sometimes there's this, they call it hoovering. So hoovering is where the relationship is ended, but the narcissist they may still, reach out from time to time, try to pull you back in. They might be overly charming and loving like they were in the very beginning. And then that intoxicating feeling comes back again, and it's confusing because you're like, wait, this person didn't love me, devalued me, discarded me, and now they're being nice to me again. Like it feels like such a mind for sure. Sometimes they'll say things like, I'm so sorry, I miss you so much, I'm sorry for everything I did. And then you'll be like, wait, they are owning up that they did something wrong.
But that doesn't stay very long.
They could say, like, I know we had some problems, but we can work on it together. I know we have some problems, but I still love you. You're the only one who really understands me. I need you. It's so important for you to know that the narcissist is only doing this because they want something from you. And if you don't give it to them, they will eventually move on to someone else, and they will move on once they have found what they want. So what are the effects of this narcissistic abuse, this cycle that goes on? Well, here's a few. You may suffer from doubting yourself, feeling unworthy of anyone's time or attention. You might believe that you are the reason for all of the narcissist problems. You may feel as if you can't do anything right, like you're not worthy of any type of love. You start to doubt your own sanity. You feel very isolated and alone, and you feel confused and unable to think really clearly about situations. It isn't until you pull back from the relationship and you have time and space can you really see it for what it is. And then if they come back and hoover, then you can see it for what it is. And it doesn't hurt as bad. You can find a way to take away any type of personalization that you might have. But the spiraling that it causes can lead to feelings of shame and guilt and self-loathing, which also can lead to anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic disorder. But how do you heal from it? You see it for what it is, and you decide to break the cycle. Once you realize that you are in one or were in one, this can be so difficult. This can be insanely difficult because of all the gaslighting that has likely gone on. You have probably been programmed and conditioned to believe that everything that you do, everything that is wrong, and that everything is your fault. The first thing is to establish boundaries. I know we as therapists talk about that so much, but it's true. You have to. So this means setting clear limits on what you are willing to tolerate from them. And you have to be assertive. You have to be able to advocate for yourself because they will push back. They do not like it if you are empowered and advocate for yourself. You may have to get some help from family or friends to do this. Next thing is to definitely seek help. Therapists will do wonders for you for identifying this and helping you through because it might be very, very hard to break this cycle. And they will give you more support and tools about the dynamic that's actually going on. Clearly, I love music, and I think that one of the ways to heal from this is through music and songs, and I'm so interested to hear what you all recommend. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Sending you all love. I will go into this a little bit more, but I hope this was helpful. All right. Bye-bye.